My motherland is the only channel that watching light from the heaven. The comedy jokes that we make, Jah watch and laugh with the angels. And that is the reason God loves and cares about the nation. Yeah. So this year election, no war, no discrimination. Tell me why you wanna fight to send poor signals to the heaven. By the end of the year, what we want is congratulations. We no go pull a knife, we no go pull a gun in this election.
Yes, everywhere I assume Jay.
Gonna stand for peace, no war, one love in this election. Let us come together.
30 days to election 2024.
For peace, no war.
As a nebo, let
us come. Make you hear me no before.
Because you're quite to something.
Make a talk I can.
You're quite a Jane.
Oh,
it's your honorable se kokoromoti power no a yejuma. Tikona kwato aba. Di. Koso troubles bi amfa ma wo ho. Ene wabusuafo mo to omba bi omodwene wo ho. Omunka bi nhye mu dia se ya mensa na akokeka no ho no. Ene wakɔwi aba lot box no. Ene wayɛ na afo abusuafo te ba bi a wo munyo madwe so mba betua aka bia na afe ye ba bebo wo ka amoma kwa kotua enti di ule mu o yen amata amafo no ye di ele mu den we all craving for peace and peace shall we all have.
We gonna stand for peace, no one love in this nation.
I was here for 100.9 was so egu awutie no. Eye memban tie. You check live on Facebook and YouTube. WhatsApp line no so you activate why. It will be to me the message you know aba Facebook no so. And also the buy your WhatsApp line no so. We are one. The backing kind of breast fatemo ede amount. Na bibia tumi akoyie kama yenya asomdwe nti wo ka wonsam no na wa ma asomdwe di wanim kan na ensam no de wo de beba no aya asomdwe nkuto.
My mother,
all your comments are welcome. Production cry crowd Jordan Miadomak Jeros Ajma Frema Bankroft na ya safo bon na wi ombo michi dom nam di dwumade ababa somo area ya dia sede ne kabia makon Ghana Limited Madaro manombo ichi dom ne di dwumade abeso me me di dwumade ho chiam e free sabre ko se no nan ebebo din ede MAAME BIAMAH AKWAFO with me friend biamzi one woman gada MAAME soja ya mabrofo demeje so ya bi nso ka ho
what we want
nyina me din say how our problem
we no go pull a line, we no go pull a
ene ya wada November boso mi da to so enso eti me boso me pepe pentamunie no my Ghana yenso ye kwa akoto abasa de edra enra ene nansa US for wo moto wo maba fe smo hu se de ekoye no aha we bom pa ya so trade ampo nyankropon se ni obewi ni no onwi ni pa na de obedi ntwo no ontimi oni hwe obeka na ye declare na ye koye nim because e basi e extend ya yenso so nsantwefo ye ho be kire yen pa edura bato obere se ya ye bre papa beda ha nansa ne nan na ye nsempi
Kristo fo ye na na mo
sa ho kire ni biom enti ni obewi no on winning massively yenkoye nim
eya kayo my God.
When we said there is a purpose for every challenge how bia wo be hia bia e wo botaye ntia wo hia sa how
no now ye o mama pa
and from so bia wo be ye bia so no yesua nyansa bi efiri mu yesua nyansa firi sa mfom so no mu bibi ensi kwa challenge bia wo be fam bia na ensi keke. If you take your time, let's study our challenge, you know. The challenge be a bass extra school fees here. There is a purpose and a reason for that. And a mistakes be answer obey. There is a lesson to be learned from that mistake. If you abrabona nyadia e wiki e bubu abrabona e challenge na eniema pe wo mu no etime apie. So no, sometimes these challenges leave you with scars.
You want peaceful.
Kucha. How ni abinidi a wo be famu no na edikutwa bebre aba beto so wahu ade no. It is a kucha no menua eni ho kwa e wo ho se e bo nka ye enya de wo ho no mo se bia e be mo asate ya obio na mom no e wo no mo e bo nka ye a kire wo how bia wo fa mu na wutimi fa mu a be pem ba bia wadure
Channel down watching light from the head.
What is here?
The comedy jokes
that moment, those moments that almost killed you,
angels
and those ones that made you who you are today.
God loves them.
So I continue to stay strong. And at akukuhia se ne de wo ye de wo ye nipa ya wo abrabo mu aye nyina ye bobre ye kukuru so an ye hwiase ne ye so de. Definitely you pass through all these challenges. Now these challenges will make you stronger. And these challenges will build you to become who you want to be in future. And these challenges have built you enough to become what you are today. Eti obusia sa wo fa wo ha oni abinidie mu a emwa ba mu enwinwi ye aniema wo fam a ebeben wo e wa abrabo no mo enti afa na mo ani aye den unsuro hwe wusi se kim na wo na wo ko no wo di bibi su ani so a esanse wa fa ogya mu nti no esi a no watumi aduru ho apene eno aneduago bre na etimi aboa wo.
You hear me no be funny anymore. Make a talk I can.
Me den kranche semi every 100.9 FM so and me de ebre wo na by kind courtesy of my own uncle Nana Ejeni Mbuaten Nana Amoma Hene Enono Nana baby I will be a me my special good afternoon. Honorable Boachi Ejako my uncle one of a baby I will be a me moa Medwas Sebribia, Uti and out in it in a man, Energy Hon Rov, and I mean, of a premine back up pair, and no, it's in the swami, sorry, oh, bois, of a phone in our April man, Nipan, and near Pierre, and no, or Brempon, and a dubonso, a jacum prempe, aka Nabus Motos. Let it baby, I will be a we gonna stand for. And I know Nana echo a meeting soon could be a let us come together. Japan Motors and Motors are a friend of one nation. Then yes, I'm going to show me what who found dear pa. Yeah, we want was you woo be quack one no and I'm so of any Bibiana Mecca, name Mumuno, Quiade. I did bo honor the chant to Memua in ye, I did bo honor okra crasso a year and a year in ye. And so to me be a so. I Miami home or sunshine. Me fadian fancy, me family chair. My mother love Fanona channel down watching light from the heaven. The comedy jokes that we make. What is here? Watch and laugh with the all craving for peace. And that is the reason. Nana Jumo Brobe, CEO of King Josco Constructions and Capital View Hotel. And no one. Nana baby, I will be a my special good afternoon. Tell me why you wanna fight. Dr. Christopher Ampedu, the Samaritan. The see Manugusu America say a tregu yiram ewa brosan so why. The video no at Danita FM 24/7. We no go pull and yeah, me DMO Dr. Shadrack Ajete Sowa. Lasu one, your managing director and the vice president of Golden Star Resource Wasamai at Chempem. Dog baby, I will be a Lasu. Come together. My special good afternoon. Nyawonkwa Auntie Marian, Mrs. Bakope, Mrs. Marian Ajete Sowa of Chase Glory Store or Kaishi. Auntie Marian, baby, I will be at my special good afternoon. Yeah, me no be funny anymore. And a Clement Parmensa of Denver, Colorado, US of A. We especially my serial callers and texters. This afternoon, my greetings goes to all of you. My special shout out goes to all of you. And Chakra, made the Massam never to Jana for your bobo home. So and no now yeah I think I'll do a video that's one my higher 100.9 FM. I am 19 was so egua utieno. And no around and no around we gonna stand for peace. And I know that me buy and me better na se me can say yes start here abobo niema hudu obi hu nsem bi hu hia ya manwofo na wo se etimi taske wo mo yeso wo mo pa achi na de wo mo ka ho asem no ye hwe ne wa ye bi pen afi so ne ono so eba opese obebeye bie wo mu nyina ye ka wo mo asem. We are one nation. Na last Tuesday ye shall see exchange rates. Ye ka exchange rate ho asem. Na no obnada no yehwe ne obia eka efa kwan obefa so na economy no obetimi abetoto ho ne ma yie ema ye economy no so ba ko ewo mu a di enya pa ye nsidi no e biribia na ho de ete kofom no my mother so ahu ene ye de nwumasua ena eto aso na ye ba enwumasua manya ene miensa yera alankwadwo kirematen ne nwumasua hwehwe ya wode ba Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, the woman Shansha Wodeba, and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, or no so ngumasua hwehwe ya wode eba
Yeah, election.
nyina ya pɛ ho voices said ye go hono mo na mo kakra matwere e wo ha no
Tell me
me
what
de eye akpalu LPG me de no aba beka ho
to the heaven by the end of the year. What
wo watch that dia na wo de aba
congratulations. We no go pull
omo aka no wo mo de akua don kɔ de na de aba
this election.
chirabosom e de na wo de aba
We gonna
e
start.
be bubo ni nyina so kama na yehunu yakoye nem
One
na His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eno no so wo de aba o chese we no enwumasua na yehwe infrastructure te se bia tuku adan enkonwa akade a edisua de say ma omanfo ensa school for no ensa kan na etimi aboa ene hyehye ahodo a ye de aboa ama nipa dodo no nkoda dodo no wo maduru emfi a wo so mo ko school no wo manya kwan na wo mo eko school what you say it is Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia or say inclusive education for disabled through free tertiary education na say wo mo a edi dem wo mi nipadua akwa bi mu no se wari ata so pass ubeko school dia ene Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say menka nkyerɛ wo awia yi ese obeboa ama wani swade hunu se ubetumi akɔ school no etimi abamu ama wo enti or the free tertiary education eba beka mo ho enye no ko a o kyerɛ se wo ba mampanyi na kufu the free senior high school enwumasua no a watrem ekɔ TVET no obeto aso kama na sa ni swade hunu no etimi abamu eyie papa eti yentie His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia nensemo a wode etu dwafa enwumasua ho no ebi.
I have proposed and will champion the recruitment and training of at least 1,000 more special education teachers training teachers in language and speech therapy, as well as occupational and behavioral therapy. I believe in ensuring that more high schools are integrated to provide more access to students with special needs. As you are also aware, I have proposed and will champion the establishment of pathways to ensure free tertiary education for persons with disabilities. I am confident that with the close collaboration of the Ministry of Education and the Ghana Education Service and with key stakeholders, we shall work towards achieving SGD 4. The ICT lab we are here to hand over is more than just a room filled with computers. It is a gateway to a world of opportunities, as was said earlier, a platform for creativity, and a beacon of hope for students with visual impairments to also navigate the digital landscape with confidence and ease. Ladies and gentlemen, also significant today, I am informed that 104 teachers are visually impaired in our special and unit schools across the country. With the help of our partners, I will also be distributing special laptops to all 104 visually impaired teachers. So all 104 visually impaired teachers will receive laptops so that no teacher or student is left behind in our quest for a digital revolution in Ghana.
A tosso me percent, me boa or one them disabled. Disabled no almost suffer a lot of discrimination. I dare be no, I may be the did kind disabled be our more Ghana, the more and the more did the mobile person who call university and as a training college and as any tertiary institutional, Omobeko free under my government. Omobeko free under my government. All persons with disability, Omobenya free tertiary education.
Yes, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ena ote nenkano na yenko His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ono so say or the free tertiary education for level 100 entrance what the beba free senior high school policy no so no obe review or reviewer or the private schools ebeba abeka ho ono so yetie ne nsam no ekakra e wa ha say.
You know, there are many cases where I've seen students who have been offered admission, but who have not been able to take their places in university because their families simply cannot afford to pay the fees. There was a case of a medical student in Upper East region who was working on the farm. He had passed with A's throughout, and he was called to medical school. But he was on the farm with his parents and couldn't go to take up his admission because he couldn't afford the fees. There are many other students like that. You think 2,500 cedis or something is small. For some families to be able to put 2,500 cedis together is a real struggle. And so we don't want, especially in the first year, when the students are coming in for the first time, for them to go through what we call fee stress. And that's why we call it a no-fee stress policy. And so we're saying that we can absorb the academic facilitator fees, but it will not affect the subventions of government to the universities and institutions of higher learning. The subvention from government has kept declining. We're going to increase the subvention, but apart from that, we're going to make sure that the university gets their subvention on time so that they can balance their budgets. And we've costed it, and we approximate that for all first-year students in public tertiary institutions, it should cost anywhere between 270 to about 290 million Ghana cedis. Let me tell you something. The president, a few years ago, his travel budget for traveling in 9 months amounted to 69 million Ghana cedis. They held one cabinet retreat at the presidency, one cabinet retreat. You know how much it cost? It cost almost 5 million Ghana cedis for a cabinet retreat. There is so much waste in the system. And even if you look at the Office of President budget alone, you'll be able to cut to raise enough money to pay fees, academic facility user fees for all level 100 students. Because that thing you see there, when you go to Accra, the building, is called the Office of the President. You know the budget, 2 billion cedis every year. 2 billion cedis. It's even now that IMF has come, they've cut it down. At a point, it used to be 3-point-something billion cedis every year. Fee stress of our students who are coming first year into university, I think that it can be done. And it is constitutional, because let me read the constitutional provision to you. Just the same way free SHS was done. It says here in Article 25 of the 1992 Constitution, it says that higher education shall be made equally accessible to all on the basis of capacity by any appropriate means, and in particular by progressive introduction of free education at the tertiary level. It's here. It's in the Constitution. So just absorbing those fees, I think that we can do it by cutting down on waste and cutting down on corruption. We spent $58 million to dig a pit, the most expensive pit in the world. $58 million could have more than paid the fees of all first years. And so it can be done, and we'll do it.
Way His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Afei ono abobo ne de no eso Yura Lankwajo Chrematin on also saw the great transformational agenda enam concerning education na ono de o say e was see etime a year comprehensive review of free senior high school policy no. Free senior high school no say ya de papa na mmom no e was see etime esakra mu ne yetoto niema yie na ejina ho pinti a je say obia hu say free senior high school nia obi hu say yes Ghana for ya dwene mu do ye ne abie ena ye de saa hyehyeye no e bai into ono so yentie ne nsemo a ode enam.
We will conduct a comprehensive review of the free SHS program with a view to improving its operationalization, but based on the following: 1, financial sustainability of the program; 2, the infrastructural requirements; 3, the curriculum development that we ought to be promoting under the free SHS; 4, capacity building of teachers and non-teaching staff; and last but not the least, transitioning free SHS graduates who come from the tertiary institutions or who will be going to the tertiary institutions, transitioning them into the field or the world of work. So our review of the free SHS, because there will be no comprehensive review now, it will not be appropriate for me to talk about specific measures. When the review occurs, we'll know what to do with free SHS. Then institute, listen to this, institute a compulsory certified program of apprenticeship and internship for all SHS students and students from the technical and vocational school graduates. It has to be a compulsory apprenticeship and internship. Many of the young people who come out of school in Europe, in the United States, the reason why they become employable is that either while they are in school or when they come out, they've already had experience of working in a particular industry or the other. And then, last but not the least, we would also introduce a compulsory program for professional attachment in relevant institutions, organizations, and companies for those who are now graduating from the tertiary institutions. So the first one I talked about is for free SHS graduates, and this one is for the tertiary graduates. Now, I'll just make one comment on youth, on the youth. This basically is at the heart of the GDP, but again, because of time limitation, I'll just introduce one of the policy initiatives. Design and implement a comprehensive national program for graduates of all tertiary institutions to start their own small business with a grant from government under a new program called the Start Your Own Business. There are many high-profile entrepreneurs in this country who have passed through my hands. I won't mention names, but I know what support to entrepreneurs at the early stage can do for our private sector. So, how is it that we are expecting people who are coming out of the tertiary institutions, 300,000 graduating every year, adding to the stock that already exists? Meanwhile, the public sector cannot employ more than 700,000 people, and it's already shown. So we must not be thinking, all these people who are coming out, where do you think they are going to be employed? I can tell you, don't be deceived. It ain't gonna happen unless we make sure, right from the beginning when they come out of schools, it is government responsibility to give them grant funding to start their own business. What I've said is that it's unfortunate that there's been no comprehensive review of the free SHS policy, because that's the starting point. It's a good idea to enhance access to education for the people of this country. Now, but then after 7 years, almost 8 years, a national program of this nature must undergo a comprehensive review. What I have said is that's one of the first things I would do, to undertake such a comprehensive review, but not just reviewing it for the sake of reviewing it. I've indicated the criteria for the review. 1, financial sustainability. Is it financially sustainable? Number 2, what are the infrastructural requirements that can sustain the free SHS? So the fact that it's a good idea, if you don't analyze the financial implications, the infrastructural requirements, the curriculum requirements, even analyzing what to do with the graduates of free SHS, we cannot have a situation where if you produce people, you cannot guarantee them a job. My stand is that let us, as a country, undertake this comprehensive review. The policy itself, it's a good one, as I said, to enhance enrollment. But the implementation and operationalization of it has to be reviewed. It's not sacrosanct. It has to be reviewed. When it is reviewed, then we are in a position to take a decision on reorienting it, re-engineering it, recalibrating it. Now, I haven't studied the elements of what has gone to Parliament. But if you ask my own personal opinion, I would say that there is no need for legislation now. Let us undertake a comprehensive review and then make sure that if we are going to retain it, this is the framework now for operationalizing it. At that point in time, then it will make sense for us now to have Parliament legislate on that. Because at that point, we have had more or less a very comprehensive look at the program. And then we can, as a people, decide that now that we know how to operationalize it, we can then legislate on it so that it becomes basically a permanent feature.
We Alan Kwajo Tremating of Movement for Change of a Franto Party on also dear and ote no na yera akpalu ya oda LPG ano and on also say free education from basic to university to ono dear from scratch mo start KG as also class 1 and ye free sa kopembra ubewie university on also so ne dear no na sa ensamo ahodo a yamanwofo wo mo akeken wo ne ko a otie me sa don hwiri mu en hwan die anasa hwan na ususu se emfa obo no ma emfa ho ne amayoko a wodom ebi abere na amayoko bi a wonni bi like undom on joining na educational policies or dey ba no eto asomu kama eti wo betwe ama no a kwan da hokra nye by for such chinchina amayoko a wodom no eno omo education policy ena wo se ayo anyo ese wo ka ho asem da bi so wo feel say wo yonko a policy no wo education no eye kama na ososo de wadwenkyere aba ewo 0302243540 ya bie ahoma no atum. Good afternoon. Me ba chodi ni be afrefe.
Jan mo ni ka se from Vancouver.
Okay.
Of Vancouver
Okay. It's you.
Yo, one more question be fine. But I dem timu se MBB dey na Thomas Mupa because you said you wonu to na nje tira pro.
E dey nti na no na to wasum.
O se o free education ya o mo dey ba ye ene ho hihye ne ade na tell na first na I difficult to be se be ye e bi se enye ye
100.9
Bombuso mu kurekure mu no e chere se wuti mu se school se mu na edo makoma kono se bo mo ye because then no music can do because na dey say abamu abu dey say track one yellow one ni ade kasa ho sa enzo man pa ba temu se abedu sa bredia e chere se wa kasa oba no obitimi ato aso aya na chere se ni kwase ni echinyi na se ye twa ba ma no obeto aso.
Madam Sipi. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Me pa chodi ni baby afrefi.
Me did of a key. Make a selfie in your prime station circle.
Yo, offer came pa choi too.
You ring about my member about. Media policy no. For education no ne school policy. Our born na former president Mahama ne Bawumia no more market Kenya. Good, but Dr. Muhammad Bawumia then the external. The American son say, one on was start to say, Roba. Said disables no more, said you or more 9 now, almost how mono beboa. I must obey court tertiary, obey court training college, obey fat. Now, former President Mahama said, one was a year advert against education. Yeah, one also cast a bar, private school, the become. Now, for education, you can hear and bind your cry, one cast I advert in ye. Now, what's up for private school? Eddie Ababa become whatever yes, sir. It means I mean, far from my president, Muhammad Dennis serious. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia, and I'm a fan serious.
Madam Sipi. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
What is saying? Good afternoon.
Yes, so I don't pa chodi ni baby afrefi.
Hey, or that's my sister me voice cry you.
No cross our daro ba yeti o why?
You say me do. Hey, we be do. Me pa cho me bo abaso wo jima.
Ana broken heart achowana.
Me the way me dey me just why did you mo kun kon so abuja me osibure.
Enye no kreda. Asa wo ba beto a ye fence alaji wo.
Yo, na gado di gado juma be.
Hey, obi akono de do posu no.
Oh, ma mi jai.
Ayo. Mo ye dey am se gado a na e kora mo ha ne se.
Enye. Ah. Oba me prefer say excellency John Dramani Mahama the policies no eno mum etasum efata time chief
Chiremame Chirem
Geti America say say was a person with disability on the school free meboa
there or say omo call level 100 new admission
omo did them no dey free
omo did them there I think it's that Dr. Bawumia NSA free
no mama dear sa na wo cross check no currency na America person with disability because me a person with disability it me follow there no it you know anya dia me di unpro it follow person with disability free to be school free university no free ana sabi yenu ma sabi omo bi efienye a person okọ university no eno no ye be support first year as since what the private sector private no ebe kan and no private school should secondary school do na regu ni nyinara no e dey sabi unemployment na because we are chire for no mu go private schools no mu ni nyina no a sabi no mu ye bi show mabusua eti se ye do mu kan ni e support o mu na sa private schools no o mu so fight teacher for e be reduce unemployment ama your man unemployment na e kwosoro eti me reduce ama 24-hour economy no e bi aka won eti se nyema we nyina no e ye hihye papa me support wa Nenta dia school ntadia ne mpaboa yi na any books e be provide no ni na so e be te e dia school for kola e ye to ba ma John Dramani Mahama number 8 kiniya no saa ne ye kono
Meda sipi meda se no kwasa afa ne atwuma dwen sisu sampa former president Mahama ese the one more edidem o ni pedua ko so free education ni bi tertiary education ni bi sanso na Dr. Bawumia say free tertiary education for those with disability into Matthias yo good afternoon
Afternoon
me pa chodi ni baby afrefi 1D1
pa cho Jaffa ni me do
afri Jaffa kafra
but ni nyina aso ye
Mateo
we dey ma omo ni jima pa udi mo man so
that's it
MAAME BIAMAH te hwe education system a me tie ye wura John Dramani Mahama ne die no ebeboa oman ebise ono wa nsam o wo say disability any day o munyina no mo ba ko ne free ba wo hwe MPP for die na o mo say disability for nko a na wo hwe ye John Dramani Mahama so a edifa education side no free education side no wo say enkwala ni bi wo hono a o mu sua ade o school mu say den a o mu hu wo ye exam say den a o feli enti saa nkwala no
ọmụ ni ọmụ bɛkasa na ọmụ de ọmụ awura technical mu technical no ibi ti sɛ bia na mi a mi wɔ hɔ yi mesua auto electrician ɛna meyɛ ɛdididi obi sua welding obi sua fitting obi sua tailor obi sua sprayer nti saa nkwala ne nyinaa no ɔno ɔmo bɛkasa na mo mo asua adwuma technical course mu ansa na mo nuanom a ɔmo pɛ school na ɔmo bɛtumi akyerɛ BC apaase ɔmo exams no na wo so wasua adwuma yɛ dɛ apɔn ho ma ɔno aban no wɔde wo lances ayɛ dɛ ahyɛ wo nsam na ɔde ma wo a ɛnso hɔ a o megya afa me kasa meyɛ master me handle 3 shops mekuta nkwala aban ne pa wɔne me bɛkasa na afei de watu nkwala ne bi ayɛ dɛ ama me sɛ me ne ɔmo yɛ dɛ ɛnyɛ adwuma na me ne ɔmo yɛ adwuma so ɛno nso hɔ a o ebia me a meyɛ adwuma ɔtɛm a ɔyɛ refinery ha sei no ebia obɛtumi aka sɛ district assembly cars a ɔmo use ana police cars a ɔmo use ana ministerial cars bi a ɛbɛyɛ tɛm ha bia ɔmo mbɛyɛ service wɔ me hɔ because of nkwala ne yɛ dɛ ɛwɔ me nkyɛn nti no na nkwala ne ntimi nkɔ na ɔmo anim ɛna ɛno pa ho so a me kura a meyɛ master no wɔde ayi 24-hour economy ne ba na me ma adwuma me pa metimi ayɛ dɛ ne aban na ayɛ nhyehyɛ ho na me so ma ayɛ dɛ ma yɛ 24-hour economy adwuma ne bi nti wo hwɛ sɛ de yɛwura John
Medase pii. Good afternoon. Oh, Kafra. Mamu ejina so ache fache me why? Good afternoon.
MAAME BIAMAH.
Epa chodi ni baby afrefi.
MAAME Gada.
Yes.
MAAME Soja.
Kasa na time ni. Your original. Yo. Yango. 1D1F. Yango.
MAAME BIAMAH.
Yes.
Next semester. Ayi education sector. Un say MPP ba ba mu no wa ya de pa ayi doctor ba omia. O si oba disablefo. O ma mu ye ejanka. O mu na etwa ne ade. O mbe ko university, Texas, o mbe ko ni free. We ya dia ebe bua Ghana. O wa di dem. Say free education all the way. Abua Ghana. Say yefuna skafu nyina. Nti ekete yema ba omia de ebe to aso. Obi o say 419. Aso oba belidu. Obi do belidu ade na obeye. Ridu ade na obeye no. Ebra ufo de help jana to ya. Omso onbeye no one time na mgusu ye. Omutu ye. Want man yo. Want man ye. Ti masre say. Aye ba omia education sector na also obeye no. Bomba ya to abama ombetu aso. Because no nia what you got on also by you cry. Because no na why you just no so no wie.
Medase pi. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma.
Hey, Sato. Yami adum. Yankwai.
Yo, anyway, mami sinam pam fama woni wati fo nyina. Na minya no mo bebre na bekasa. Yanhwe NDC. Omo rane say free education kra anya possible. Nene abam ana ahutira kakra na aba. Ana MPP so. Aye vice president me to me no. Ontimi nye sa asem na wo ka no sa bohye na o de hye Ghana for no ontimi eni so. Adentira ni unim se mi free baabi na meba. Baby a me free ameba no anema eni nsa a teye mani anje ho enti na me free wo eno kura ka ho ma me ko raise topic eni yi me free MPP ya pamo me enti no se me
na enu free hi besi mu aka education policies no ho
Jamaica oh aye nsem
me say wo education policy no fa wo dia wo feel say wo nipa no wo tai na chi obetimi aye ne ho asem na meka obi di ode ba de wo asem
me de ba ko chief alan ko chamate so o tie ensama o ka edifa GTP hu aye transformation plan and ensama o ka efa education ho a mesred anam no bunu ani school sani ni ba wie school am ba nya huma aye no ye be bie huma mo tete o se unemployment ya so e wo man Ghana mu sani ye be bie factories ama hu school ana wobenya nsane dwuma wo yes wanya wo ankasa wadwuma ana so wobenya factory akoye adwuma wo ama won ta ko ano no awu metne fem e bed emfa to wa wo fo ene wo man so nti Chief Alan Kojo Chamantin the butterfly movement onu na din hye ya ba obebiebie nyuma ama youth no ama move yes ko amani bia ya ama education no so pagam ama ga afa ne to ma pefa intimate Ghana for Chief Alan Kojo Chamantin ase wa me da so ni nyame bi
men so me da sipi. Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Me pa chodi ni ba bia free film.
Mama me only see you Madina.
Adaroma fi yenko.
Yo, mama, on say mama kai, on say obasan ama school funu pad. Ama one mo da yi wo school. Nti ese mama dina. Ene mo mu de ye papa. Mama ke ko wo. E kwa bia say pad, in the pad is 20 cedi. Oh, you go to school na here na mama na papa dem. So continue with we dey top pad. Remember, Mr. Baby will go. Mr. I don't want to pardon who call your bell. Mr. It can go be no woman to go whether I get part. No man, of school me like that. And some station on Crano, or back while you're quite a part. And in class of work, a car in class of one more work class, no. Or baby will move studio or did you?
Akosia sapon.
Confident is too. No, quite a part. It's a man I see, oh no, bar. Or better part of the school for no send a bayer what would this feel so only no I send up to teachers what teachers examination we know or better what could technically do yeah who could teacher I may teachers to our confidence I quite tragic remember what will be put up was the uncle tragic own and yes say or better cool don't own your dinner into mama so bad or but teachers we become class in question for more a question remember you are from class 1 to class 1 teacher. You are from JSS 1 to JSS 1 teacher. Mama saw about the make teachers look class 2, a couple of class. Or by some teachers in the post, you know what class like I said. Me time about your post university. Never your post there be our bet you pay the class or more post or bet to pay my 1 year or beer or university no. I do one pay. It's a way class here. What do you know? They better school school them. Now I see them come so over by your course. They be my house so bad. Them you mean no better bad but my name. Gedo Sheni. Once again, only ring your 75.
Meda sipi nyamenshra opa. Eze mu ha opa and say. Gidi here. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Me pa chodi ni ba bia frefi.
Rush ni o.
Russia.
Yeah.
Ibi aboko there.
Boko, mami soja.
Yes.
Uso uti se.
Nyame adumo me ho ye nkrofo na ebule me.
O me fi omu kwa abe ye wa.
Mate, ye ti o.
Na udi mi twasu udi agwa be siro so mu.
Medase.
All what can no pray make that your double.
Thank you. That's a pepe.
Oh yeah, for that boat trim.
That's all. Yeah, go.
Any baby.
Have you?
Gondamani say for the 24 hours economy eba. Na ya bisa ye hu say aduma ahi na odi ba ye. Ana oba power no odi be man nkofo mo aye aduma. Oba power no say obi ka tell you say ye yin aduma no o ti omo ko bubo abo na omo yin tipa truck. Okoto a obani aduane abi ana anya sa. 24-hour economy no aduma no bi wo yin. Ya da please tell them say mu da mu po. Eplaso sa ya be bo anu DJ ofranu de ofran the different April 3 so mu gbanu mu ya bibia de beti until 24 na wo da what I say number 2 ba omia yesranu so call ya ralenu ya pesa be ka to boy onka kukudu na what time here ka ba oka sa to boy no ati sa luta bi yesranu. Bye bye.
Mensumeda Sipi. Hey, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Lady DMZ.
Hey, so for my back up. Na me say won catch o, ada dia na ekọ. Ana campaign campaign.
Campaign.
Mate wadaro ma yeti o.
Lady Biamzi, no question in the doctor Bawumia. The police, and I made the pepper, says, the way you done, and I didn't at tremor. If you said no much to start, dear, what can't find Nara? Dear, me dead, them up to get separate before number protection, or crown or vessel, my son. I asked them, Papa. Because last week we disabled me by our own school down. It's a broad colonic canal. And to circulate in your Kunya. No, this son has saying no post to no could do secondary, no tertiary. That Dr. Mahmoud Baumia to me, born or one man. Aqualan minister that shall be at the Papa de Amon Mangana. And to Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and the police, about one moment Ghana education, 18 year conkind. If you let them catch your Ghana for number one, move for Intimo, no bit me up one more minute to make me from. It is young and religion.
Eradenka wonso so ho me da sepe. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Lady Biamzi.
Me pa cho di ni be bia frefi.
Dim di Joseph Kasafre Madina.
Yo Joe yeti o.
Me da sino ejuma pa obo we bia we me tia ma gere.
Okay.
Na o share on my we mo a. Ya ka say policy obi say onim 24-hour economy. 24-hour economy when you say aya na people for crowd.
Me ba cho wadaroma ye can educational policies for each candidate and I say each party. It costs straight mama.
And for the education education policies be brave. You about training apprenticeship and education policies are schools na baba ma SS for them school papa once at a time and yet traffic light. We have another education policy for the universities. The first time no free not John Dramani mama and this idea who now be very as I say over to my loan no their school no. Now second year no over to me I remember more except free loan via a very soft and yet free but there's soft loan. Now their school. And no be na say next day ben yes kaka krana dia si na ya nim say 24-hour economy ya ba ba no ya betima anya space be uwie school na wa banya adwuma papa ye enye azaa ya be ye na enkola wie school no mo ati na fie saa adwuma bia ni ho say nurses for omo ka chem say omo ashi school omo aye say ni nyina be ye share competence about the two candidates na who say John Dramani mama no ono awe on yes, October no a trotro be on 5 crowd and say 5. One question so more 170 questions. Yeah, on there or so best school am our best. We be a promise airport I want me yet. Or caso do Cabra Bobo ya to for or Cada for want me yet.
Medasipi, why is also educational policy no? Good afternoon. Nana Mwako.
Oba soja.
Meet you, young time ni ho.
Mame dada no. Alaji gadu yere.
Papa no number 1.
Me do be kokot. Ita o me di me dey school bia o do ya bia. Na na ko si o ko. Because you want me.
Me be set example. Me ware maku nwotwe. Ewa ha. She. Nya Ghana na he. Alaji na ye one number 1. Alaji die. Oni obi amumu she.
Oni egotela gini man now. What the ma for the and the young chairs no mau. Mami soja. Me share education policy MPP by every by any of them other works now. Me timi say I know I am best at the ma of my Ghana. And the MPP about the free education about a man BC over 8 years every back last year. And then from 2017 BC, no free education a year. And now you have found me as a bar. Who educate them? A person with disability for them. University on the free. I idea here to enter the ban so middle can say that apprenticeship here. and then Kola Yaku was done. I idea Abana Shah, yeah, yet saving him to a nation. The kind of what upon a film, a time show, a just a amount, a cadia, or not continuous, one, Eddie Apostle. You know, the Omakasa or bar, first thing you wait for them. Almost a year is free admission. None of them are. I idea yet, but NDC me and yes, I don't know. Because NDC share only to that. NDC is on my one time premium. On by 1 year, almost 1 class in Jinda. You are the one myself or you to get free education. I'm going to for MAAME BIAMAH. And then when they students are also 40 glasses. I'm each person being first kind of 1 year. And you 2 million mama a pension and spend some outcome. Let's second of all say, genetic MPP are managing on what is education. I say, I don't know anyone about any of the man. And that's all the education. I would also the top service schools at MAAME BIAMAH. Education for our government school company. A car and a chrono aircraft education and nearly the Magonam can own the town. Now, private idea. And a bad day, MAAME BIAMAH. Even the this book and you took your own put and yet they enter never remember to
Meda sipi I was for her and ye de yen course ni na ye demo ebesie na what enra electoral commission etonsa e the free political parties na essential for say omumra na sisi ade final voters register na aye ready ito omumra meji ampa omo de osia yoyo eneja omo koye nso so a ye handy over files e de ma womo flash ye de ma won pen drives ye de ma won enti womo ho na bibi yes no moma ye mo akire na ye nhwe adekwa ewo yi so ansa na ye free ha na mo akọ because anything can happen enti omo boy akire omo boy a when Alan for grade ne de na hwi ni so ebi de omu bie ma ebi de eba na kate na ye nsem bebre kwa efa saade hu nti enam so ma che say banta kakra ekoso between the chairperson of the electoral commission and then the political parties reps ne bi and ekowi achi no che say almost spend so much time e ho no mo a ebinum fi ho no be 1 a.m. Sana omo ekofie if you omo kokra so nya de a omo saka final voters register no a ye electoral commission e de eka ho asem no eti final electoral commission edit to dwa e kire se sei na gina sie wo ho no isi etiemra bia enchekere no se obey sa analysis and as a summary of the register no any statistics and the padodo a ya register won emma dodo emma dodo one more a year e bia physically challenge for dodo one more say pa onipa mo mabeto am wo any a whole lot which is mra enhye say obey sa mpese mu no e de aka womo ho ne no na ema parties ni ebufu ye pa na mo chese maami o pese wo kire sen but yentie isi maame no e kakra sana ene nkomo a e dap no so no ya bobo ho.
The soft copy of the register. In 2020 we gave out the soft copy of the register. In 2023 we gave out the soft copy of the register and it did not have a summary. So the fact that there's no summary does not make it not certified. The register, as you see, as you have it, is a certified full copy of the register. If you choose to return it, that's your prerogative. You can do so. And this is a request you are making. It is not binding in law. It is not binding in law. And this is something we've been doing since time immemorial. I believe from Mr. Teteako, who's been here since 1992, they've never given a summary to anybody. So if it is your request today, that's fine. I mean, we are not obliged to give it to you. But I think as a commission that believes in transparency, that accommodates and is responsive to the needs of its stakeholders, we don't have a problem generating the detailed summary for you, but we are not obliged. and there's nowhere in law. But as mentioned, and I like to put it on record, it has never happened. It's a request you have made, we are not obliged to give it. As a commission, we thought that in the interest of transparency and responsiveness, provide you with that summary. And so we will. As Dr. Korea J indicated, we thought give you the details and not just a summary. And so when they went in, it requires some audit checks and so on and so forth, and that is being done. And so you can return your drive if you wish. It does not make what you have not certified. Those registers you have are certified, and that's the final register. It's important for the public to know that we have 21 days within which to give you the certified register. The register was certified on Friday, and we are not even up to 7 days. So we have up to 21 days to give you the certified register. But it's up to you. You can choose to return it or not. As I mentioned, it does not make it any less than certified. We place on record here that the registers that you have in those cases are the certified copies of the final register. They are fit, they are credible, they are robust for delivering a true, a credible, a fair, and a transparent election come December 2024. So I think that we, as a commission, will take our lead now, and it's up to you to keep it or return it, but it is a certified true copy of the register. You cannot hold us to ransom. We are not obliged to give you a summary. This has been the practice since 1992, and it is out of, the spirit of transparency and responsiveness, as I mentioned, that we are providing those summaries to you. So as we indicated, we will notify you tomorrow, and we will send the summaries. I believe that by those who return their own, when you get the summaries via WhatsApp or email, you can come and pick up your certified register.
Way Electoral Commissioner Mrs. Jane Mensah and Ote Nenkano. Na asemi in fact my party si bibufu pa enti Deputy Director in charge of elections and IT or NDC amayoko muno yera Tanko Dr. Tanko ono so ebufu ye pa anti abonten ho na aja ono nsentwefo etwetwe nkomo ono so ede we etudwa.
It's an provincial statistics bisamu omo my
We will conduct a comprehensive review of the free SHS program.
It's an provincial statistics. Bisamu, my statistics. Dan na eko dina this hotel one. My statistics. Pass statistics and then election. Me started election 1988. Election bia na eko ye statistics aba. When election statistics aba. When have you ever seen that before? What are you talking about? Everybody knows this, and we know it. We know that there cannot be an election without statistics. Why are they doing ballot printing? Ask them. Don't they have statistics over there? Why didn't they take the register and send it over there for printing? Is that how you do things? Okay. And you are saying we are holding to ransom. You held the whole media and political party for ransom here for more than 6 hours. And they are talking about it. If they don't bring the ballot statistics or the voter statistics and the summaries, we are not going to take the register.
If the summaries are ready tomorrow, will you come back?
I said that's why we're here. We're here waiting for the summaries. They promised giving us the summary. We didn't put dagger on their this neck to ask for the summary. If she knew that she was not obliged to give us the summary, she should have told us around 5 o'clock.
So have you returned the drive?
We've returned it. We have officially said we have returned the drive back to them until we get the summary. What is she talking about? I've been doing the election since 1988. I have passed through all the mills, and I know every election cycle, summaries are given to us. Ballot printing, go to the ballot printing house and see whether summaries are not there. Haven't they given?
She just told that is not the modus operandi of the commission.
I am saying that she's not the first electoral commissioner. We have dealt with commissioners before, and we had all some. I can provide you all summaries from 1992 up to now if you want. I have it.
You think she's deviating?
Completely. She knows the thing. How can you go to election? Now I'm asking you, what is the total registered voters for the election? You are media, do you know? Why were you silent? Why didn't you ask her?
She mentioned that
in the
last election they didn't do something like that.
And so you just went to the election without knowing the total number of registered voters. Go to their website. You will see the 2020 total registered voters. As we speak now, do you have it? That is the summaries we are talking of. Do you have it? You are the media. I'm asking you, do you have it? That's all I
Is there any wrong if they don't give you the summary?
Do you go to election without noting the registered voters? Is that how you go to elections? Wow. Is that how you go to elections? Sign what? I'll return it back to them. Sign what? What did I sign?
You didn't debunk that.
I debunked it, of course. I told them that, look, what you are saying without the summaries and statistics, the register is incomplete. Is that not what I told them? Ofori himself, he knew where we were dragging him to. For him to see that he's going through all the system, you are bringing a register without going through the system to check.
You think that the EC will be able to do it tomorrow and hand it over to you?
If they do it tomorrow and hand it over, we'll come and pick our team. But for now, we don't have any register from them. We are saying we won't take it. She knows it. And she has agreed to that. Officially, we handed it over. Your cameras were there. See me handing it over back to them. If we don't have the statistics, the data, we are not going to take this one.
Well, you can't force us on without the summaries, the copy or the register assistance is certified.
Is that how they certify register? You just dump a pen, this and hard drive to us, 2 terabytes, and say that's a certified register. Have you seen the content of it? The last time they gave us a hard drive, we checked and there were almost 1,000 corrupted files. You saw it. They even said it. By the way, they are now generating missing voters list. What are they talking about? We are not going to accept this. You cannot force anything on her. And say who is holding it? She is holding Ghana into ransom. She held all of you to ransom. What did you see? Media men, you were standing there. For more than 6 hours, she held you to ransom. To come and now use that kind of thing on you and telling you that if you want, you can go. We can have, yeah, we've handed it to her. She can keep her electoral commission. We too are major political power. We see who is who.
You think the EC is not being patient enough to explain issues to you?
We have spoken our mind, that's all. If they won't explain it, they can go to hell, which we don't care.
Beyond returning the hard drive, what really is the NDC going to do beyond this?
We wait for it. Sorry. We are asking for this thing. We asked for the statistics. They knew the importance of the statistics. They went to their system. If they knew that they were not obliged to give us, they wouldn't have gone to sit for almost 6 hours before coming.
So they know the importance that probably they might have had an issue. That is why.
Well, your guess is as good as mine. They know they can't generate. They don't have. This register cannot be satisfied. I know these people. They don't have. But they are trying to cover up their
realistically, was
that should have been one of the first things for them to do before talking of satisfying the register. That statistics should be at their fingertips. That is the basics that they should have done first before talking of the register itself. You don't give.
Area for Deputy Director of Elections and IT, NDC, Akache, Dr. Tanko, computer, and Ote Nenkano. Near day papa Neat 100.9 and was so egua OTNO and some eguapono so electoral commission or the political parties certified voters registers ama womo and so much as some rebi and nim and statistics be and kaho eti binum are rejected omo de ebinso so de omo ajo omo de MPP Dr. Eranimako Evans also on the who are you be on the agenda de na speaker of Bagben enra ono so a friends and twelve force or ensem bi ha no ensem bi shanebo eto obeka ho asem na wa accuse the executive and the judiciary arms of government no say omo undermine parliament and na eba to say omo adwam say bia there is constitutional crisis or say there is no constitutional crisis bia Bibia nko so parliament and wo de mmara no adwuma sane ye wo so wo de ye pepepe entiwe obia anya yi na aba ye tue ye boaboy ho akwakoto onse ebribia no 4 years bia US of A wo mo ato wo maba na bosome pepepe na Ghana yesoso yakwakoto ye de enra en wo mo enenansa no wo mo sha ase to wo maba enenra wo mo wie yi a ebeto dwa ese Donald Trump former president of United States of America ono na sese wasan ababeji akonwa no aboso eti ye de ene Ghana yenso abato ne ye betoto ho na yahwe sanya bia US elections na ekoso no yesua bibia frimu are there lessons to be learned from these enti ni nyina na ye de atoto ho ahwese ne a akoso US no can that also repeat itself in Ghana here ebinomo aka se nya de bekosa because eso US and eso Ghana ene ho nkro ne babebre but ni nyina ibedomu esoko we ne nsema hodo ene ne awia yi Richard Etonam Nyako of the NDC oba be come ho ha na kwadwa je yeboa na K of the NPP beba ena Yaw Asani channel political analyst ono de waba lande e wa hanum say dada moada roma moma yentie me peace song kakra ai muntie kakra e ma me guru guru debi let's say friend OD4 OD4 ne boss a enwumi ai OD4 Wadi asie ye de sika ye twese kan ne di twa won sa MP no a wo fight man no woni hobi o wo hu eya bisa omo akwakokunko ntokwa abato ho na omo prepra no a omo etwa omo nan omo ani tree ye ne ho ahwan eya bisa omo dem fam nti ye nyina de e pre hwehwa eya asomdwe we eya OD4 Nenyo no wate aha ya de sika twa won sa MPB one ne yere wo mo hyedem aha wo mo nka ho so mo asoma asa konekodi anyambrasem eti suanyansa abato yi mu zata no mpacho me mo akwaba nempom te say blue fatal why ya ta hye say
we me share o live so I tell you fatal
now
so the real color
medase p yam share your friend say we was also your political analyst, so I want you to use your the analysis lens and then check on the various educational policy men kanina but 3 Alan Kojo Chematin John Dramani Mahama, and then Mahmoud Baumia. Sa ekomi ensan. Obia ne educational policy a wode nam. Alanche Martin ese wasi etimi ehwe na yen free senior high school no. Yetimi eye comprehensive review. Yes, yem fanto na ne ye dusa mu pa ne ye hyehyɛ ne yie. Eti ye hyehyɛ ne yie na egina ne nan so a na ye de mmara bia ye pese ye de title no. Ye de title eno ewo ho. Afei Yera Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ono so stress Akufo Addo Free Senior High School no oba obeto aso betremu afa no TVET ne na sefo be provide school buses no danche so a students ukuta Uganda card nko a no an seja nya fe na wokọ akọbre ansa na your 12 school fees amount with the help of your Ghana card your fees especially those more tertiary are disabled and as disability persons persons with disability or be to your fees with your Ghana card it's easy for you to access your fees and now so His Excellency John Dramani Mahama so just free tertiary education for level 100 for no admission as for no between free at the amomo so I'll say persons with disability almost also enjoy free tertiary education. A free senior high school policy no so or the private schools ebeba beka ho. And Yera Lankojo okay on the Canadian. I think that these are the three also so use political analysis lens no na ode ebiem kakrama me.
Memfa akwenso nchia atiefo ne ahwefo na production team. Before me beba wasem so ma men commend OD4 yuma wabono. Not just the wedding but the tune is also exciting.
Okay.
And we need more of such patriotic
at omoyemi you know ba kono unfortunately I see a friend Ifa. Okay. Minim ni real but OD4 the end there. Okay. Na me hu ne along the line me play the other one also. Okay. I'm watching.
I want to believe say the one you have been playing.
Yes, yes.
And we need such patriotic songs. Now, the question is as to whether say it will sink
into the minds
of the youth who are used. That Bena into question na sa words you use ye. What is a president in a president in a bansa and a triaka president in a yere. And I said it will never happen. But omo motia bontine. In fact, for this reason, I have restrained myself seriously from a particular person within the MPP. I have tried everything possible to stay off his course.
Oh, okay.
And I pray that it will not get to the point where blood will be shed between the two of us. And the last one happened this Tuesday on UTV. And I'll continue to maintain my posture because such people, they are troublemakers. They look for trouble everywhere when you are not looking for one. And he say, yes, see, the bed to your team say, as usual, you be move away from people who want to cause us trouble. And I say, people who want to use us to cause trouble. I think say a bebo in power. Now, my menchia offer, but I will touch and a power. I know him say 19 years or so.
Okay.
My brother and I madam for power.
Okay.
The late Ajako.
Oh, okay. Honorable Bache Jako.
Yes. Baby will be a Mechiano.
Okay.
I have respected him seriously on certain points.
Okay.
In fact, I about pen and mempe one. Maybe will be a back come and croma and not just what him. No, so I will book coming croma
Gumbi. Oh, Sandy on the good side and then bad side.
Come croma they will
but as I may the way I'm hailing us only by Anya Boneda. You be any by a benchem or this year you be no seven.
Be coming croma good side, the bad side no more can. It was said, not or you tin said, Mamoto will see my man, yemi with cement, mayor. Oh, no, none is so bad.
Okay,
into a raja kumbabia will be a mechia we didn't huni papa. Omo campaign in I will pick him as number will be a word din huni. Usha onye greedy.
Okay.
And onye selfish. And Because where's be more obimu use your personal attacks when you should be. Now some for no more sign are picking back their own saliva. Our model they are back into the fault of people whom they claimed were useless. No,
okay.
Mami, some of the analyzing the educational policies or policy ideas of the various flag bearers as a parties. No. Mami, the Ghana educational system and as a structure continues to be weaker and weaker and weaker. Hence, the lack of productivity in the system in terms of, say, we school, what we university, what we humanities, what major in something like myself, linguistics and history, into we are, who be our normal. Unlike the genesis of our educational structure from the CPP's term, and now practical aspect, now a more. Now shemuki na sabi do some pensuya anka mejidi se baby a ye ko anka ye do. Again, there are best practices to learn, but we are not ready at all to learn. In the sense, as we speak, social media, the world has become a global village, as they say. The educational system of certain countries and as other areas like China, Japan, Germany, they are quite different. Obi ni nkola abremo wanya base 6 years, 7 years, ho baby a 12 years one. They are starting to know the consequences or the hazards of mining. Ye children so say mining so kwan e fa so ye ni. Nti wono ya children the mining wono ho a ti already normal no manya. Oba ha as a young person oba be di wo so. Wo na wo agudi but wono ya children how to mine no oba be di wo so. We have come to understand or we have watched it on social media. So the Japanese and the Chinese, training and even the Indians, training from kindergarten. Who are person who be a caterer? School na mo akwaduane a mo be di no krapo no. Dodo no a nkola no na eyo mo ade. Omo break time no. Na the only blocks lay. The oye carpentry the ordinance enwono ade the wo pam no ma pam. Because why? They have the tools are available for the kids. Here we are in Ghana where Obia ko school or senior high or call the 3rd year after a textbook for form 1's ABBA. Into bisa who say, how did the person go through the system without even the necessary materials? The textbooks are simply not there. The tools are simply not there. And we have dwelt mainly on just the academics, leaving the practical aspect. So see I for TVET no say na wo hoda dan kitin bi na ye be hye mukina no so no ye hye TVET mukina at the time akola no na adwene cake na wie anka TVET mi hu ye na te say the Chinese for the Japanese for ye na they show mo say the see real life say the see what to two car engine agu ho na nkola kitin omo hye am say philosophy mo fra bibi say adwene no na onkola abremu na ye fa bibi tabula rasa anche say bibi ani so nti bibi a wo be pia to akola na dwum na aka nti this is the period as I said TVET na ye de sha say ye ma wo nkoka say ofe na wo SH JSS1 and say na wo TVET and I say the TVET should start from the kindergarten but with the policies and as the policy ideas now more there ban out of the 3 now abobono I'm sure they will say that yes I'm NDC but it doesn't matter we are all Ghanaians. I'll pick that of the NDC in the sense to say, of course, I'll talk about the other ones. The NDC's educational system or person, of course, also they have tinkered with the educational systems way back 3 years, way back 4 years, way back 3 years. Because in most cases, what it is that, first of all, they have made mention of the fact that Ombe review the educational policy of Ghana, especially when it comes to the so-called free SHS. A boy come more than we thought, right? They will review it. And they review, what is it made up of? They will review the fact that there must be topmost infrastructure. Any materials, and I say, almost everything that you want is there. and yes, Afina, who call a renting hostel amount because for adults who can a school as a result of the fact that a free for be boom kama after school so my accommodation at school hono it is full so wa wofo na onimsa wo free SHS no so ko san rent a friend say hostel no mum no a raise no expenses more than before we and so they are coming to tackle infrastructure we and if they are talking about the fact is said who free senior high now we baba university mama what na problem no one because university fee no and to say who call a JSS ne senior first junior high muno enti ye ho no na most of the nkola no awofo entumentua na omo aka nsensemu omo aka nsensemu na kan the best nse bi akora be akokosua adwuma bi nsa no adwuma bi a eye papa ba sansa adwuma no ya limiting it to only or more or less no fashion sewing any ebia auto mechanic and these days computers but there are so much you can do which we have not turned our attention to and from the basics no farming ne normal it is taught both theory and practical now say farming is even more lucrative than doctorate degree now normal enti dodo no akropo no bi ho mpeso be ko friends university kra opeso ko into farming street and na yeni akade no ase nipa ne ye na adwen say after university mpesa me ko full into farming the government or Ghana has no help say I am aiding you say je sa implement na fa koye wafuo na ma no ba ne mra na yenso ye ntobi kwabrane oye politician ye ko fa san fidie ne ba no mom de ba ko rente nkrofo and they claim that mom forming association e mbra mo tractor ba ko tractor no how many people must use one tractor to till their land into the educational policy idea NDC they will review first the infrastructure then also those who are being absorbed into their first year they will also make sure say sad year no dear free and of course they have not ignored the TVET aspect. Now when you come to that of the MPP, I am excited about the TVET now. But what I am proposing is that the TVET should be withdrawn from where it is and start from the kindergarten. Because we are 10, 15 years ago, especially 15 years ago, now we are starting in terms of language, the capturing of normal bachelor. TVET no should start from the lower class. But before you can do that, you must have made sure say what the toys and I say tools. Men can say toys, but even toys are related to some human or more. Any tools are horror as a bus, even motorbike. Prototype in kitty sakolano kofa and I say ne papa and ne mame a talk our box mubreno. On one cassa to me as she share. Into Uber said, Nani just said what two machines was she share, what two machines was she share. Into one in on that general air straight to where or person or juma. And I say, when him the oba into I'm excited about the TVET system now, the MPP administration is pushing. However, no, I am not happy about the fact that they don't want to consider review of the free SHS because they term that it is cancellation. I am also not happy about the red gold whatever track now because they told us that it would have been abolished in 4 years or so, or is it 5 years? Up to date, mame, and that's all. Oba Eco School, a child 1.5 months was about 3 months and more. It is not helping. That thing they have not been able to abolish it. Apart from that, no, a Canadian and the teachers are so bread. They don't have time to rest because
because beba
because we are
Mr. Tano I have a siblings how many teachers they teach at the secondary school. When say form 3 4 no a school they don't go to school. They rest. Till the first years will be admitted. Not 2 4 no aqua 3.
School no government school.
Yes, government school.
Mommy, school better.
It took us a teachers, maybe it took us a teachers. I doubt.
Be a teacher, be a senior high. And ask them what they are going through in terms of the teaching method.
That one day I'll not side.
Please do and ask. And son or be say omombre no mko trefi.
Me say I know.
Mame.
I know until the can education masopa.
Say omombre.
Yes.
So let's assume without admitting, let us accept the fact. I will say omko trefi. Must it be the case? If it must not be the case, I said I don't agree with you. They have come out to complain. I think that no, they were interviewed on the same Peace FM.
If it's about unpaid salaries and I say arrears be and abibis are fine, but not
the structure of the course
unless say obi catch him say it happens here, it doesn't happen there.
Oh, mommy, you see, maybe you are getting me wrong. Because the teachers no bread or time and rest. I'm talking about say nipa air course school for 1.5 months. Now as a so sabe 3 months no. It means a course now almost so much children. So much force within that 1.5 months. And the number of students or more class more than what they used to have. Into marking of their homework, another ball game altogether. So when I tell you that they are unable to rest, that period now they must make sure say they will cover a greater part of the curriculum or more subjects. We are no free one. What you're teaching? They also teach from. They must force. And as I speak, baby, I remember back school senior high. You know what is happening?
They
are asking us to pay 500 Ghana cedis for something called Friday morning class or so. Any extra classes be 500. And the population of the school may catch one of the big schools in Accra. Population and grow. Nti awufu bi atua 500 Ghana cedis. Omo dey beto your platform no so say date no mo dey my sanka yentua immediately no. Omo ntua dipa 9 pen da betua. Population a more than 500 near chire with the class now make no various subjects no. 9 pen atua. It tells you say awufu chire omo. Na say 500 Ghana cedis times about 500 na see etua teachers no. Eno enko aban ho. Almost a Friday classes and some extra classes.
Maybe I was school.
Yeah, I was school. Why are they?
But it does not apply to other schools.
Mommy, me can't say school.
The fact baby I will ban one. If they are doing it, I know just baby I may ban one.
That mean can't say school. You know. Now, baby I will ban one. They dare not. They dare not. Was that enclave? No. Who be be because I want to. Yes, I will not say school BM say they want to do extra classes, but any extra effort that the teacher must put in, the parents must sacrifice towards that. Don't forget, so PTA to reduce. I know being here in various schools. I know being here sub toilet various schools. So much is going on. If your child is not in school, you might not understand these things. But we are paying so much different fee. I charge our full. I no enko aban. Mami, we enough into for me. I will give them down on. I will mark them down on that particular aspect. They are not interested in review because already.
But zone say every policy BIA for BIA babyano. There are bound to be challenges. Maybe they want to look at it and then here say be Dr. Baumia he will make the necessary changes.
Mami, you see, once even in paying 40 said Dr. Duchum. MP or reverend. They still go around parading themselves and explaining say the review means cancellation. So when you listen to such propaganda, no one say paying for say pay be a soft. No more call run a try trust say we so about better free SHs. And as we buy review mean cancellation. What do you want to say? Say for political expediency, paying we are soft just about last month. Okay, be renting for you. In fact, on this your network need FM. You interview and no pay. Okay, say NDC abamba on betwem. But obi anim say no cross on betwem.
Now, how would you offense be sure? Because someone, as I said, they criticize it, say it's not possible. 419, they said a whole lot of things about the free SHS.
So, Mama, you want to believe that the free SHS?
I'm not saying I want. Don't ask me. Say I want to believe. I'm not believing it. But what is the sure way? Say, me said they will not.
Nobody can cancel free education.
How? How sure?
How sure? You must be sure. Say nobody can cancel it.
We are talking about gaining political power.
Mama,
please.
Mama, it is impossible for any government to come. No, Abeka say me try free education. It is impossible. You see, the Ghanaian population will not allow it. The Ghanaian population will not allow it.
Okay.
There must be a thinker of the structure you want to see.
Okay.
But the free. You see, how's I know? You see, the thing is that the IOC Bisa teachers say they must force and be able to finish a greater part of the syllabus by
because Mr. Tano, I even inquired from some of my colleague teachers, and maybe say number of hours are most spending with teachers compared to contact hours, compared to previous senior high school no not any free, and they were able to, categorically tell me, say this time they spent more contact hours with the kids than previously.
What is
the problem?
What makes it wrong? What makes this wrong? At first, why were they spending less contact hours? Because there was a long period that school and they take their time to train them. Now they are spending more contact hours because they must be able to complete a greater part of the syllabus. That is what I'm talking about. So if you are saying that is not stressful enough, plus the number of people in the class, I say more homework every time. Now we mark it. These are the things I'm talking about. I'm not talking about science or no. Okay. I'm saying the amount of time you're spending with school, I bet you too short. So the teachers might put in extra effort, more contact hours to ensure, say, more. And even that they are not able to, complete the part that they want to. That is how come some of them resort into extra classes by charging parents. I'm saying, say, free SHS can never be cancelled by any government. The people of this country will never allow it, right? And the administration, our opposition, almost say it has come to stay. They started the implementation in 2015, progressively free, and now at the same time they were building infrastructure. Abba will continue some of the infrastructure that they left, but he has not completed all. And also, it is not enough. So I'm saying, say, if a government comes and he says, I will review it, don't say it is cancellation. I will review it to ensure, say, there will be enough infrastructure to take away the double track now. The double track is so inconvenient, right? If somebody comes to say, I will say, about Ubecham. Mami, we are no free. The Afrafran talk for no. Omo policy no. Our policy idea no. It's not too different from their motherland, from the MPP.
Why is it not different?
I have been consistent on Afrafranto. I have said that I do not want to make it look as if that Afrafranto party and a movement there were better ideas than that of the MPP. Because they were born out of the MPP. There's no way Afrafranto can operate without the ideology of the MPP. Never. Let Afrafranto win and come to power. They will kill the ideology of MPP in total. They can't change. Oreala has been with Afrafranto up to this time. So if you had a great transformational plan, why didn't you incorporate it into the MPP at the time that you have been in office for 7 years? Why didn't you do that? And to all these things, like you said, some of them could be political talk. Now I must say something different. That will make it appear that I'm different.
Also the political talk.
Because he's coming from the same stock. He's coming from the same stock. So he's portraying himself to be different from the MPP, which is impossible. It is not. what banner? So what banner?
Me welcome me una
no what
me welcome me unte kwa no to me welcome me
what you see, now can be cancelled the cancel.
But I don't know.
You see, Mami, I'm saying, sir, the policy ideas of the various political parties on best it should be such that it will not affect negatively the people of this country. If this the educational structure is so good, I didn't know so I feel be na skate be more around that. I'm saying ya sensors and then yenyi bi mu.
But
God me refinity. Omo ye national theater. Of education minister so the imagine back of France, back of US, back of Canada, and no business said a high school there. So he wants to give them better education. I mean, youth were watching. There's a skit like that. I've forgotten the guy's name. He's an actor, one of these, the movie industry.
Okay.
Omone, I stand to be corrected. Ura if I can, woman on any woman. First,
Irene.
I'm saying, Onuna now or acting as the educational minister.
Oh, okay.
Something of the sort. You see, we need the education structure to be uniform. And yes, sir, obedient different. Now, so private one now. The NDC wants to bring it on board the free SHS now. I think it's very, very laudable because laudable. Obi nyega na ninche obi.
No dey political talk.
How political talk?
Mr. Tambacho worry. Mbacho ono the microphone
and also I subscribe to that. Say lobby in the private schools, into the free SHS. Said the beya. Ebema says
and no be a court be na omode ma won na say be because private person now established a private school.
You see,
well, when you purely government,
yes,
it won't say Ghana for ma and a patronize a private senior high school, but a you'll be there profiting in to the individual. And ma by her.
You see, there's a structure. By no transit.
Okay,
and in fact, it is a private school. So a request here. I remember very well. Eric,
I know.
So it means that they will sit down and look at a win-win situation and implement it. And I think that it is laudable as well.
Meda sipi Mr. Sanita no ena otenega nana kempacho mwakwaba.
We nipa boni nipa.
Nana kempacho mwakwaba.
Maame Joso.
Da ben abeba abeka mfo ofa.
Ofa ye nipa boni sem ni a bro ni be ye me hoda hododo. Obi kan de obi de political talk. Edru when this is the very very laudable. Na Nyankopon hwewa. Nya bufuo na beba oso. De wuyi pa ndi ni hwen.
Your quick comments on these educational policies of the parties, NDC, NPP, Fafranto, me pick just 3.
Mami, me dawase, me chia Peace FM, and
Neat
FM. When
don't worry, I know.
And then Matina via Hanu Mama. The whole day Hanam warfare. The whole day.
So free UTV, minimum say you are Babasi.
So I don't remember visa also be from Grammy. I could do that. Me buy me
Oba
me buy me yes, will be a job also.
Oh, not lie. Me huna man.
Crack 20 man.
Baba Kofo.
Eti mami. Benchia and penny for 80 Neat FM. You know more here on social media. Na main country almost say indeed it is possible. Yema Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia opportunity said the man former President John Dramani Mahama brano vice president. Emma ni be president no. Na or say 1 year president da the man opportunity. I Ghana former an opportunity no. Yema the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the same opportunity. Also year president da. Of ya okaso say and will be at the end 1 year in there. Your mama will be on the president. At the end of 1 year. On the president for 4 years, 6 months. This one will be here. At the end of president 1 year. The same question of Mubisa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. On your president, we are NDC communicator.
Political analyst.
Your political analyst be who say, or your NDC communicator, John Mahama best friend. In fact, or yet you might take Kulabache, or Mama Jatum so yet Mama NDC. Why, or young cook the boy pardon, or yet you mamano. Uye nipa boni nipa akazo nina. Ame. The American say. Edru NDC for also the laudable idea. So before Franco can do a political talk. Policy sam penifo nyina de agu fom no. Me de penifo se de onimuto ene ni gina hema ametwene no ano. What you say?
aye bi afonso wo honom a yenkofa nyame be kire mfa ne nkwa hayo ebebu amibu Ghana fo no eba na education a been seen in the history of Ghana under Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Beriso and mame church the STEM education ekoso no any TVET education a ban way abebo yase na Ghana etimi akọ robotism ewa Africa ni wiase nyina no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ideas together with education minister and the diabako dru baby na yedru so Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia
is akufo adon kan bi
oh mame na ure fi say ure fi say said the person kan so no ala Sunday no from brejo watch them ma jetu oh me say no from brejo Robertus udibem ofa udibem
enye se me di ufo me
man na from here me can also make an example robotics and therefore robotics na best make is what is robotics we am that so man him na so have no be no problem oh for your son me na oh yeah we can na one table me na for me no say
oh to us
I am going on me do we ni here Even this time,
that they want to hear no. I
don't know video but me enti the introduction of TVET and STEM school now air koso edi him na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia on the education minister together with Mampeni but the time me use Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and say on your president
okay
or your vice president so to come out with this kind of innovation no na aba bedroom pempenso enne abeye real of your sanita no who be 10 schools creative art school yes we kwada so we school kakra na we schools aban we sisi na ma me we isle gon there no Accra STEM school no because we say hey me how many come me how fetch town palace hotel Saturday we say na we ya now ya man DC and we na we ya the business wo no structure dey no ne wo wo kokko ya range hospital and this if we ya sent on the me woni when this mo kwa range hospital na si over 100 years mo se mo na mo si ye mo kwa ya range
completely raised down
range mo kwa ya and the same thing and the ohun no is ligo no and I make sure say said the range we be koka ho say your dia no wo dia no krampo die wo koto ese gofo kra gumo mo ya dwuma esa yare range dada mo ko bo apata bo nchen no mo say o mo asisi woni nim nyansa mo na mbesi ye and now tia say ne bi wo na mo di bi account and mami metimi aka kire o pain say akra de no say di bi account di ade account ne so say de na order da no a wo di adanse ye times 4-5 of Guinness what than yakusi no and the dino me say fetch town police hotel who that time I am for camera and correct when the bedroom is hey school near of your sanitary no so nya say school we be boy echo ya can you so tie ke robotism no can you and then what I say school papa utibukra no mama wa bo be huna dey by force what you say my jay omuti dibuwa wo now, baby, I'm not for free, but oh, my car robotism say. Enti, the yesterday say, wait here, evidence in the war. There is John Dramani Mahama, a former president. Alan Martin, we can pardon him. We made the president that. Enti, we the policy about education. Well, or any part, don't also feel so about person why you know. So, be related to MPP or not, and on your member of the MPP. And on what Nasan or the idea about 2 thing. And we all catch the Ghana for. They offer your can but what we are saying is the two key main people, two key main persons are almost contested for this election. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the evidence that John Mama for evidence about one thing. Non fan compare, compare STEM schools na yes no. On fan the 200 a day school no see ye no. I want we our journey mura mosque can no chedi ye no. On fan me compare ade kludia na ye yakọ complete no ko complete na ye no de de ko kan ho na ye nkwala gum no maame fa compare John Mama de no si ye no uria no akọ friend say jaache pram so no akọ education minister constituency de si one nso edifice na efe keke no now we are kwada so
nyina se nkwala wo
enkwala wo musua de enkwala wo musua de
eno enka discussion bacho
ayi maame
yes
sabe me bible say me ba so de boyefo gigiwa empene no opaso ye na no
eye to aso emo ano mpa
so me mpene no
to aso
obonsam gigiwa empene no ka je se bonsam free me so
to aso
maame enti se wo hwe se sam na ne da no obeso o se no ohwe adwuma aban we si ye e education wa nyina wofa masa kwaku baako ayi friends kwasi prat o nkrofo a o ma bo aban kufu do aban chia kwasi prat is one of them o say na onim da sa de ekoso education sector no until say wono ankasa de nani ko hu bie o say na ban we ya adwuma sei NMPP timu mo ho dawuro no mete na mso ofa mishia na jom so ofa nyeza MPP timu mo ho dawuro asem ne say we meka wo hani kwa senka meka communicators ne se kom de omo yemfa yefuru pan sha ben enti mo hwe communicators no mo ho dawuro eno de mfa ho du fi ase edi nyina ma de na aka ye nya kokon
kitiki ya so me mu ano to aso
mami enti sade ete ne se babia yaye Ghana education dia kuduru no ye hia se ebese sansa no because I was sana no ate defend say wo so mo bo mu ntwam unim jo mama che Ghana for unim ni che Ghana for wo ye Ghana ni Burkina Faso no ni abepia wo ye Ghana ni mami me see ntwamu de Ghana ha Upo bi oye expert ntwamu a ejo mahama wone ne running mate
ade de no twamu
teacher training na once no this can see mu na 10 mami enu ye education sector teacher training allowance no this can see mu na 10 owie no ko nurse for so mokura mfa so be na omo so omo gwaja mo de yi foolish and stupid ni bi mane wo mo ena no so wo twamu ena say won se policies no okeka ni nyina mfa kwa mu nti ano ya na fe de odedam Mami uko kano what you attend your social media for? Mo from Sempo. If remember from say bloggers and mo from Sempo.
Paparazzi ana.
I know the bloggers no. Yo, I'm someone son was I come before. Bloggers if one knows what papa sorry I was almost here stupid. Most of them to stop it is good social media because some kind of do agree. Man penny that I don't mama di over them. Attend you in frame can you. What if rematem? Na ne awtuwe wayo wasensan phone na motwero wo wie no otisi mu journalist so most mo to anu ansem mu na mo so to atitim studio ho amokeka papai wadi judges atem wadi asantefo atem na nsem wasen kranfo wanting and some papa ne ko ka frank kranfo ho say Dr. Mahmoud Bamia so what digitize Ghana e kranfo so de fam ho bai na just one move ya Ghana hani pa bia o dokuro ne makonso ya de digital na die momoto am de digital ya dai na papa se bi pania wo pe mampania wadi bi pen wo sa pe mampania di wotimi fa ye nuanom nkranfo ya mi nso ye nkrani afote timi fa me nuanom ne me ankase mabusuafo di atem sei ye de sabi adwene ne yetim dokuro ne nkyenam ne hia yen sabi bole bamboy for de mo de mu hia digitization Yaya moti ya sa so nkran ha no e di mo president e di koba no de ye de se bisu ye so enye na me gidi ye se sa asama ayi mampani dada John Dramani mama ko kafa nkrafo no enkrafo beto aba de apadese no for insulting us ma me sabi ye nyangwasiafo ye ni mu de
yana fo anusi
na wo hwa de enkrafo ye ma NDC ni ayama onu ankasa John Dramani mama as former president no ne Odinkranfo besi edi atem a wo wie okwa Ashanti region na kodi wo mo so atempo to mo ye boni ayefo mo ani brebrade mo ani nsade ye di gold kura ba mo kwan ma mo enya mo fe
medase ye
wo wie ya Ghana fo ko kan wo so no wa yo
do education sector na meka ho asama se watile
education na den kranfo do mo go school ni bi Ashanti fo go school maame wo wie na di wo bi atem what the asofo atem what the judges atem what the Supreme Court atem what the obi atem they say ni pa ka obedi na tell you omo ewuda da kamenem
medase na K of the NPP and Oten and Kana now yenhwe enra bacho enra okay ye free hand mamen call electoral commission je no eso wa present political parties with their with certified voters register ama ebinoma complain say they cannot accept it because statistics nim and a summary so enka ho, but according to a statement electoral commission ede aba hse womo submitted certified voters register no ede ama all political parties. Mr. Tano
me da se nana ke wa kwansa ma men share menu adote alote anya so otu share anya so otu mfo na omonye adote alote mo na
tobinko
na
Alotemis madam there's one really. What you say they all support
to you buy na me say Argentina o buy
no same candidate in
Kwana no
my name
can campaign against you know na me ye campaign amano na wo
miss me Saturday na miss Makaya miss me campaign am that topic
who buy sanka
your microphone is even off
that topic who kai that topic na sanka be campaign
and me what kai me
it's a true na wo kasa na wa ya
ma be finti ma me nye ne sisi a
enti ba me and Cranford the MPP for Adiamo when the name and the Meboma Basso as we are more we are fin Cranford hon and now we will be digitalization and yet one Amoka say more the app be banned and quite cry senior highs the type of inquiry
move
na mo beka sa say
yes ya be ye
o de ma men kama say
yes digitization ya de be come ya de no nyina mo ko din Cranford so mu hia
mame
yes
topic edwa is electoral commission ne omo voters register
yeah
any meeting omo free I'm appalled on say there be meka and I will never go back to chew my words on the fact that Jane Adukwe-Mensah is incompetent. Indeed, if she is, then somebody is pushing her to do all the things that she's doing. Every step. This is also cheap propaganda. There's no single step of what take here. What you are say you pushing a way. It doesn't make sense. Every attempt of the electoral processes, I mean, she gets it wrong. Now, Assembly Crow Kaya a year ma bufu womimu was say the commission is not obliged to provide a summary of the voters, the number of people. Hey, sir, you are not obliged because there's no law. If you say a taxpayer is canny the employer not to if you say she is working for the taxpayer and the electorate. Because say you are not obliged. The summary na amount for bisano. The summary is needed by all. Most of the parties are complaining of the flash drive. Now, a particular party, they almost almost it say a friend what do you have it? There must be something wrong somewhere. Mo koye meeting wona wafre meet na yes and take even 20 minutes. Ya bisa question back yes ya data we ko fabra wo so me ko fabra sisi ya na o mama tra ho ma ade ache nti mo share baby a mo share na ade ampa na mo ye. You know, it is the right of the actors of politics to have both the data on a hard drive, or whatever, and also the summary. As for the summary, you can even publish it at your website. And I want to believe says Anka or more publish it or more website. And can the other parties will even demand say you hear summary. And why you only go and check. Say be or more flash, no so more match. Say a match, then they will come back to you. But you have not published it. And now 1 year no be answer or the mom. You can say you are not obliged. Now say what you say disrespect the way the behavior towards them. After more question musa over 4.5 to 5 hours no abano. None behavior baby behave no. It told everybody around say nkrofo bi mkoye meeting baby and you can say kokan we chiro mo. Otherwise, the ekoso medwen ho amenti ase. Figures kekeni ehia. Figures no fagu ade so fabrayen. Ebi mo anya omode omko bie ye hwi ni so. The last time I drives, there have been about 10,000 corrupt files on each of the files. I would more than that. And you say, Bissau say, because this election, Obia a bienni. And you say, a bear crogena as a gun as some ba, a benam was sooner as some vino ebeba. Into my figures. my statistics, my summary, was a da. Namran Sheme. Meanwhile, previous elections, there have been summaries of, and I said before, there used to be summary, or there have been summaries of the number of people who are going to vote. I didn't know Abedu so. Now I say for summary, I'm not obliged. There's no law mandating the commission to say summary eba. Media, I see that there's something wrong somewhere. Ordinarily, they wouldn't have behaved the way they are behaving, because every single step they take, there must be something to be said about it. Why? Why? Now, we are watching. A BOF say, Oyene Esigana, Obefan Hontoto, and I say, Ono dear, Obefan Wendy, and you boy, you know. Ebi Adam Kobanesa, because every eye is on you to do the right thing at least. We know, say, you cannot be 100% perfect. But if you know within your heart of hearts, say push you say your way to disadvantage certain people, you must be very careful. And don't forget, meeting be anywhere Ubeka say, oh, Nkrofo Ekoshi Omomu ye saint. Inti fi bi ansi, ye nti fi. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo na pamfo. Omo tu kwan pictures bi mo pie. Why NDC for no mo do omo ko no go twa. CPP for. No. But at the end of the day, pictures back out. At the end of the day, some voices back out in the from the Jubilee House. A big crop I know enclosed. I will be any hobby. Nkrofo mo hono no mutwa, omo video, no mo send it, e mo now for because we are all one. Inti nipa na video bibi and conversation bi a obetumi akwa komobe. Majority interview bi wa. I have referred to it several times here. Our year Ura John Bodu last month. Ura John Bodu Karibi. Na enyo no kwa na aka sa asem no akire me. Just 2 weeks ago me no opani bi hia na ma ba mo video ma. Ana o say yaw wonsam no bi a wo ka no. Aya na ebi nya no kure. Aya na ebi nya no kure. But se me no wo said so a ma wo yen wo adwene say de wo ka no minti ebi a o yen ma. You go the way you want to go. Me I don't care. I don't have any problem with you. Into the Canada. Masa me dey jaja ma me kama say. Ma me moa. We say ma me moa. O dey ma me moa. Ana ye bonkomo. Na eba be si Owura John Bodu na asem so. And these things have happened before. Owura John Bodu can say, "See ye to abani wi a." Ana ebe hu nsam a ye beka. Ebe kese in my opinion ena obu ye no. On to me megina kasa fidie so enka say ye ko opposition a. Mu be hu nsam ebe abeka. I can assure you say mame, say Kobane say MPP co-opposition. Communicators no. They will assume a position of your friend say wounded lions. They will spew words. And rather cabra from poor man so a friend say interview. In no me fi mu pie ye. Some Nkrofo bi musika pudu ya de ama omo aye negotiators. MPP communicators anam. Ye bi say mo na yetumi ama no 100,000 Ghana cedis say J. We are communicator na 50,000 Ghana cedis J. And so akwahwe abafo bi enna me ko studio bi. Ana orange fire bi da ho. I'm say hey, these days the orange fire say aye hu pro. Oh, na kwa sorry. I have evidence. Na dia wo kan wo pe me na obo makutia. Na wo me phone no so pe ametra fa ma. Ye nim Nkrofo mko gis kana se mabodi. Mabodi. Me mabodi frɛ. Me ka orange fire asem. Wo so abaji ama ho. And was then the producer say mama evidence na won bi. And what the chire yin na say mo fa mo asem. Me anya no Nkrofo na me ka ho asem. Enti say we are communicator. We are regular caller and tester. Na say party buy you want to mean tab 500,000 Ghana cedis and find 50,000 Ghana cedis in po. And find share won say Jennifer ko share business bi ase. Na say akwabrane bi ye omo funeral contractors omo ko se aye. Na sika pudu akese say ye tab mo a you must revive your na mini picture mini evidence ni bi ada me wo bi wo ha na me di be kira wo no yo me di kira wo so wo enti se omukoje na wo ye regular caller and tester na se the off da bi wo dey be ma later ma me fa call na answer wo enti ma be inu ma ekoso wan e for bi am frame
Hey, regular cut to microphone say we for connect. Regular. Everybody for go friend.
Yeah.
Regular callers and testers. Me say regular callers and testers.
Phone me and do when in is pro me. What's ye for you?
Phone and the car.
Oh, you go for so this talented.
Somebody phone you 1 million call him PS. Oh, he was come
Mommy, say ya ma regular caller and testers. As you can say, Fakoye wofu, Fakodria mankani na ba yire bi. Na wanya bi aton. Ofake, ana no din. Bibia make bi ofake me do so be frame di matem.
Udru vie mu ma na ya.
Na wofake say
do. Na twa ne call.
Wo frame. Na wontumi ma no 500,000 50,000 Ghana cedis. Boom. Say jina mo boayen.
Fakoye bibi.
For J 50,000 Ghana cedis J a boom. Fire bibi na se party ni near bam kwepa. We have established you. Me Ghana ye nyina sika.
No more establish no be da be o yes amasa.
There be one. The more or more establish no. So we ya won twa o mo say won kwahye mo phones and can say ye mfra biem because it's kind ma. They have established you because omo ya adwuma and the money belongs to Ghanaians. It means say nkwofa omo ya adwuma sa no. So wo ma omo bibi say ya ba ba mu na monji we monfa anya adwuma be ma mo sa koma no a. I don't have a problem.
Okay.
But obi kwoti party kitwa bi no na adwuma ne say o the party ni nam adi diska o ba no man boom sa. It means say wo bu nkrofo omo ya adwuma ba party no.
Ubu kwase ya me da se nanake.
Me say ebra wo bre baby e no obeshi am so me koto ho a me hwe say
ebra
wo bre me won 2 times so abeto me was abia no
na wo koye den
ade kuro ye ma ade makuro ya dem no mienu ye
na nyesi kasamo ya de genu yi
David ma me ahe na ade ba ma me
so minim so mo ma me da ndi na ka bedu ho na so wo o ka se ade ba tu wa bi
o so le ya kuro ya tesuru ye uru nyame na wo atefo
na
how does ma me sometimes they funny you wonu betime hu nyame na ye ni nyame tini ye kuro da na me demand this for communicators abai we say ba ba mu no ma me omanya omo ho tam omanya omo ho say tam and so ya num do omanya ne ye nya bi
na ka metie o easy
mame easy nsensem ene de metie etoda ye nuanum NDC for ene they are allies, political analysts for my two Mogu system. Nima, Omoya Juma NDC for, and Opesa Nibaku share with UTV. And I'm so afraid we wouldn't as an eternal anymore. None too. Moyubi also a political analyst. I campaign NDC analyst, Papa Ben. So we are analyzing the issue no without any political interference. We also some NDC agenda now, and to be any baby, Ujina. Mama Ben can come send. Like you say, be a grand and free NDC American because NDC need here. Hey, you mama that. Everyone goes so. Why any here NDC communicators? Why any here so no? Why no? Is it Waguvel? Mami Waguvel no di bonne. Until be me on Velia Magana for engineer baby ojina. So why NDC communicator, in fact to deputy national communication officer of the NDC. Is the more fair political analyst view, Mami? Easy. After for IPAC meeting. Ofra mo se momra na memfa certified register no emamo. Ma me tie nie o. Mu bedru ye no. Ene UTV mi eno ade no mde ba bonten so copy no mde ma ye no. Me de kire Jacob na. Ene Jacob me buza kwa kubu ayense na eden na ke obi na mu ni bi. E wose me bo wa fake ina so mo hwe date ye wo so. Na anim de akosi ma me. And this for an say born na ekumo mo bon. What committee yama soft copy was yempe I just saw my hard copy. My hard copy print go paper so. Ansani aje. Na soft copy de guta no de ko print enye yi. Enti now they send the laptop mu. E bia hwe mo hwe wie ya no asande ato o se menye. No waja to was yemfa.
Is that what really went?
Ah, Ono akasa so ka say omo soft copy no mo rejected ye. They rejected it. Obi aje ne de yema obi a political party say wo ho. Wase ma make ma so me bu afa fantofo fra yi apalumo na bisa. Obi aje ne de pen drive mo obi abi. Ana mo ma reject mo de se mo mpe. Ani yaji ye de no. Ye de ye ekọ no ye IT fo ka ho ora Evans ma ko ne team ekọ. To amoji ya no mo slot na mo start so mo go through. Enne kwakubu anti wase na de tom de man no anya regional base Ghana and the Nina Bomu you mami what be that say easy be prepare data electoral college now wa prepare no na region bia de ni ho na Ghana and the Nina Bomu 20 mami de what to about Sunday ma say printing and the be pien kina obeda beto aya tro no mudi a big lie mami data na kutame no aya regional base. If you know me descending to constituency by constituency, 275 constituency no obi adie shembi. And how far Ashanti region 47 constituency na chassis, Eastern region na de chassis, Greater Accra de chassis, obi a region bi adie chanase. So the omo ke kan nyina ya tro na mami sawo. Data wo se wa anye. Wo ye de hu de wom. Me bi so asem. And this is for so man.
So omo jiye. Aha. So man you. Omo say. Aha. Omo jiye. Aha. Na omo hwe mu no.
Omo ye de hwe mu.
Na statistics.
Na ye soft copy. So omo ye de no mu hwe.
So omo slot you using the computer.
Enti afa me catch us omo de say omo computer mu so ase na me ho yi. Omo de say mu. Wo de wura mu no check ye. Omo check ye no. Abro ni akwadwuro nti. Ye nko print ni paper so no afa ne 11. No omo de abedi omo nsem hunu. And I used to say, I am a responsibility. A electoral commission responsibility say you be providing data ye there to abano. Near the mamo. Mami ye the soft copy na mau. So be printing the colored. So be printing the brew. Mami sa be so be chiayam. Any easy asembim. Anyhow our person we no. Mami ye the mau. Pacho mami. Ufo isukradia was so untimi printi. And today the CNDC focus on the quarter. I got some office almost seen $20 million. Mo Bugana for ama muko si mo party officer. Mo say bu mo. Ma robo mo amo party no. What was it down raise was $20 million. Ma robo party no. Ma me dey see on kwan so be kwa kwatira sa upper room ho. Baby am kwatira no moto nsam mane Ghana for no. O ma kwa kwatira no ma use the projector. No mo dia project no ma analyze it. Ya sanita no na tie I like Fred say NDC political analyst na tie mo invite na jam pa kakra ma na go family nyina ye bre mo de me wo fa mo pa kakra ma na se de mo so obi akwaji funda ka yesika yi te mo ma no so funda ka yi ba ko no aba no aba cheche mu no mati ase na afa mo hunu say easy no o mo wabro mami let me set this record straight. I'm not here because of the easy. I am the representative of the NPP. Me penny for G data no. O mahwem. Ye hwe mu no. Ye hunu say enokre a regional base, constituency base, polling stations in na ma me go dive into deep nuclear. Polling station bia de wo ho. Register no bia de e intact. Ti say NDC for kase ya. De ma hunu ne say. Me tena se John am say enkofo yi asem sorry. O ma hu so ma lose election no. Enti said ya na ma me first ni eno no kim face ane kotoko ko bo matcha no nim se kotoko be se na no wa start kontoko say on penida referee ni din di MAAME BIAMAH na danfo na ke ju kotoko supporter enti wo pene mo no be di referee na obe wie mo ma kotoko ebi na ndisi fo yi pepepe of ya saneta no mo eno no mo ye no ekune funu wa na ato ni akeka na kwese MAAME unse esusa no oni magya di ko bom na hwe na magya ya betie deneti no omia wa munimso bono na ne nsa na ne ba bia bebe wa no no wa wi atoka ebi na ndisi fo yi ekona funu mo na ato mo ni akeka but media MAAME since 2013 a futu a justice atuguba edema NPP for Supreme Court say elections are won at the polling station ti kwotena na fe wani emiyente ballot paper no mienu mo obi emiyente miense mo obi emobi mfrechie mefa ayi ballot box ni fa nwane ni mo ho ban ni nyina ntia no ne yankan ne pepepe ye kan no wa wi ni wa lusu ise ye nyina be ye sei bia MAAME megidi yes America call election minim so watie maame me boni dia awne elne ya nam de frafra Kamala Harris ne enhwema nim free ma frementi na say nsem bi wa minti minka no wa no fom ya no obehwe nim tini ma che na tomboa Kamala Harris se wa anya careful na wa no kofom dwuma frema de bedu fie ha no maame me say maame ne minim se o tie na acceptance speech na o say America wa constitution say o lose election agitu me protecting democracy na ya bo ho ban for many years no me busa say John mama te de maame ne kan na Sabio hold on nana don go contest bia John mama what ye say mama te de a ene na me say bi say maame Dr. Mahmoud Baumi anso te ya na maame ne masan bi say ora lanche mate what te ora Kofi Apalo what ya na all the independent candidates me nua ayi Roman father journalist to presidential
yes munya Roman father no mo fa ni din ankasa mfre no
and minim so kuta edin refi but ebe din si ebe kai say din no
I see a friend of Philip Kwabena Ajiman
maame sabe ye be bo Philip Kwabena Ajiman ni be wie ni aka Roman father ne koda daada eno nti na wutu na mo bi na ye se dwene kina ho no Roman father ndi opompo no obe president gwa Roman father ne be frɛ no enti se minua Roman father nso maame na ono so contest ono so te de Kamala Harris okan ye ana ye nyina kan say elections no o kwa also de niam mienu ene hye otirim ubetimi awini ubetimi alusu and say we win a praise God ulusu accept it prepare yourself and come for the next election and no krampo be depend say o party for no e be sande wa ba biem because o party for decide say mfa ma biem maame yen Ghana for yet e ba bi dwene hu yen fa ho sa enti yenya yisi no nya adwuma and I'm quoting former President John Dramani Mahama in 2016 that EC is autonomous. NPP should allow EC to do its work. Mami, we are also telling them the same thing. Say, EC no still any autonomy na nsisa.
Okay.
Say the company that your mama can say we autonomous. The autonomy no nsisa. What does you autonomous? And he said the your mama catch Ghana for say, yen EC no anya na dwuma no. We are telling him the same thing. Fidie de ya buana mami ni sunko. Ejano nso ani sunko ene wano kwa lucky na nyi obi a de ya ka kire na ne se susu dia na osusu ni ndra no eno ana edi susu ama ne
meda sipi na na ke ena oten nka misata no mpacho wrap up e ma me na fa US ene Ghana elections compare it to home mame.
I want to lend my discussions to that me who say neo-colonialist mentality of say US are winning so and so.
Ghana so the same thing will happen.
Democrats are winning so and so and
that's how dynamics necessary. I think in 2020 also.
You see such coincidence more. It doesn't work like that. I don't
wrap it up, mama.
I don't want to lend my support to that for even a discussion. But I'm saying, sir, going into this election, you hear some seriously power. Now, some so the first point of contact, no, the Electoral Commission. The second group of people, any more the media. The third group of people, any political actors. In this political act, we are born papa. The political actors, no. Political actors. And as I say, when you say mean to me, Casa.
Na me do wetin me Casa. Me no so ye di pampo ni podi. Don't me catch me more fast. Me do wetin me catch me.
Oh, the mami come as. You see, nti mami political actors no. And yes, so you two your home for say. Yan small be basa koko ye win.
Okay.
And I want so you are vulnerable into being sent to go and misbehave. No, also too home for. Because you try when some mama no papa na be necessary to corona ma. E bi kura pa na oye na beto no. Enya ade ade be ko wuom sesi. Ya wo be bresa political party bia ensi wo biem. Omba ho 1 or 2 times no asa. Enti yema ye ni na ho. Na ba ye kotu ye nkoto ma asomdwemra.
Meda sipi na na ke.
Mami.
Your last words.
May you say this opportunity na me Ghana for wedding komo. Na makachire Ghana for say di kan mami. Mestre Speaker of Parliament on the NDC MPs ne say Omoma Ghana and now Makoma so first. And sign a political party agenda no more no matter what. Because the Danny Putua, there's no parliament, there's no MP. There will be none of them.
Yeah.
Secondly, parliament here mode Jim home I can't just about 30 days. No more we no more sorry ko. E dey kra na kire say mo ma jejire mu ye dede obesan babak. Enti wo mtu ombo ase. Me pede we MPs na comport omo ho no. Entokwa na mo pa ako. Ye ma no monya ne yako. Mo mfa dan no. Ama me nya no ano no. So your team obi atwese kan so ba me de betwa wo. Na ma me wan kwa wo de betwa wo. Enti MPs na demonstrate say they are focused. They are determined and they know what they are doing. Enti yan so Montoko akon no 10 year a whole member
obi amwa kasa mo aye recalling
maame na recalling na oya member of parliament
bi anka mo koye kra anka speaker beka say mo amakotena majority mo mra metena minority
speaker dey
na minority mo susu mo
speaker no say supreme court kura adana woni mi go kan
because mo amafre
wa maame and speaker na your press conference aka tire Ghana for say parliament na mo frɛ say ye mra na ye beba ne tena no ye ba media maka no anu maka means samagine now we have a country say one ye ba anopai majority whip echo parliament echo make sure arrangement no majority baby also be atena akwahye and this if obedu no mkotutu ni nyina free ho ana mo sesan ye enti majority whip where dey ekoso no eno no so hwepo ni nkrofo nyina say there be the way even a certain member of parliament threatened say obana who better na konya so bobo obebo parliament wo obebri mo tutu sinyina a certain member of parliament mame enti me sra Ghana for muntie ni ye momma ye nyina yemfa amerikatuo ni enkoto ba kese bum emfa ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia e wo number 1 ho every say one dey preach asundue the other people they are preaching war. On my way, you're ready for war. I'm going to Kwakwa. I'm going to no Musu and Fongo. Mammy, Fafu to my Brunin so. Who be other being so befro? Sakotrese kind, Cotrituo, Cocontaqua, Tieneti and ye. And this is Atrabemu many years. MPP Atrabemu many years. And Faswa Bang, and when you're on Tokwa free beginning. Yam fan Tokwa any winning election. Yet the adventure. Umayan say MPP for Yankai Humum. Ni educate Ghana for said the to aba. Yentre Ghana for and near pa enuma yaje. Na Ghana for nyina so to aba man. Ni nya wo ma mo konto kwa no mo nkoso.
So this year I said that CN Commander K of the NPP and Mr. Yawasanitano political analyst
to the heaven by the end of the year. What we want is congratulations. We no go pull a line, we no go pull a gun in this election.
What you say, Obi anyone more about Trese kind, Obi anyone about Chitio. It may be a telephone line na atomo amama 0302243540. Hello, good afternoon. Yeah, Alaji 1.
Oh, Uraba.
Nadia watch do Alaji.
Mikia mema ombona jimapa.
Ejo so sa wo ya de.
Minia me hu ye pa, ukunu hu ye pa.
Okay, yanko.
Mikia minia MPP ni owo ho no mo. The American say mbese Ghana for say nsema won mo mo kan nyina say yentu abama mo no. Omo Bawumia nkwana abrantie bibi pa wono mu. Enti yenso no mo yie. Na me ware se me say to aba no ma Bawumia ne napo a Ghana be kutumpo Ghana be yie Ghana be fa no tuma pafra de omo kanu nyinara omo bua omo nyaku ma omai no agise medase pe. Good afternoon. Me pa chodi ni baby afrefi.
I want you one day kuno ma misoja.
Wadaro ma iti o.
Me to a chapala sete ichana pa aye yes as kwama sete on tuchano aye blokma central aye vice go form ha omu boy juma papa fast aba blokma central ha on the council pa ha central fo the next Ghana fu nyina say yen to abama Dr. Bawumia mixed suggestion yen to aba ngbo ban free education yen to aba mbon ban trip ana de na kwakufado ninya sana jumdiaba yen so aba mbon ban one disease one yen so aba mbon ban na kana fu unse NPP wa ama ehia fu ne skafu e den enya ho paso women so bon ban na disable fu omunya kwan nko school na Ghana fu se na de na kwafu asa de kotamata ka to ani ko wen nduma pa oye no na Dr. Baumia de na no pa yanko for chat asenso
Meda sipi I was for honey day young course in the BC, Madara my time and I re and so me a money me be coin to jam biama just 2. Yamea doma next week here Bape Pepper and the member full time. The motime afre na mo express sim why. As I can say come production crew Jordan me Adam Gerald Saj my friend ma bankro. Nana yaw safo. Madara man na wie wo mo bo mi chidom ma me de me mainti brewo. As I can say enkoma Kunu Ghana Limited. Na Kunu for so mo di nrota atahwe wo mo di abadwa so be eto no bia wo kwa obenya bi ato na mesrewa opese wo ne wo mo edin kita ho afo ani eche East Legon Champion Junction friend 0244139176 0204139176 and 0274139176 be eto no bia wo kwa Kunu for wo mo nre obenya bi ato na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia egu ne campaign so no se yemfa kwan so ne yanka nkyerɛw ese bema ba kope ya ogina tentenso a wo sesa Ghana na onam abefo kwantempo fa so edi dwuma so na wo dane Ghana eni as vice president why tu anamo ahodo pi eba digital Ghana agenda onam so ede niema bi te se mobile money interoperability wo de aba enti no utimi ye momo free wo bank account mu na de aba momo so na chese okwa ne se okọ afenso aban enwuma ku ahodo mu nso no ya digitize records nyina nti nei wo yare na kwa yare sabia anase bia wo file eda baabi na ye kwa akohwehwe ede adi hu dwuma nya fe ne ye kwa akohwe fast abontu wo ko computer na so ane a click udin na chese papapa wonsa aka onema e-pharmacy nso aba nei enuro ye fa no online wo pa no ansa wo da kikikim na ye de abrew Minia enema woduo pi enam Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne nsaso as vice president etimi aba Zipline medical drone delivery system and say what they aba na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say eni so ade hunu e simple wo pe Ghana foforo Ghana jana nan so a obia ebenya ne chefa ewo mu enti nyame ya adoma December boso da to so enso ukoto aba na wa kokromoti no eche de edi kan ne pe wo so no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia tomano Nasa transformational agenda na washase no wontumi entoaso na wonfa enkonko wie awie pa wose Ghana ehia kanifo papa sabio otumbre echiresie na sa kanifo no ene Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wo vote ehu hia pa esanse no na ebeboa ame achechire o my Ghana wose it is possible. Ejabuzi afo ha na yade dwumade ni nyina yade mo esie na me sorry sway ola Michael na pamfo so ba bejedwa na ma gigien tata e de akofie mesrawo ye kwa akora weekend mo ye ho so ye why na we ho so ye a ubenyina che emema mo hwe mo yire num ye why e ma so mo hwe mo hu ye why mo se de peace de fama me na case Asante Achim South Peace Gala 2024 82 communities 8 communities and then 2 political parties gala na nyasam ketwa na ye kosiada 17th November 2024 honorable Kwaku Asante Boateng MP ho honorable Alexander Frempong honorable Maame Safoa afe district police commander ana yera by sosai kofo obo hu ye hu ena Mr. Ba womunyina eya nopa 8 sharp na K Foundation one wafa ho kanyina wo pesa wo sponsor so e kwan da ho wo betimi ehu na K na wo de sponsorship package no wo de aba ye beje na kama me obi amre me kura me kobi nyame ya aduma me gina mu den me ko me da go me ye go keeper nyame a eti machia mo
da bi se de me na me organize me no ne ginam
ta me nkwache bo
da bi ma nkwache
me ka se mmiri bi
bu na ma we be da wa we
bebe efie be ye enkron ekodunie and official town presby ye kwa akoye Amos after Easter Monday bia Amos na ye koye na menam koda go una mena me koda go na ke wonu se ni bosu me ansa na me konye me botto so mi eti afini duru ya sa ko Amos bia mu no na mena me sha I was there for me that would say, sorry, I'm Ola Michael Ababe to us. Midi, MAAME BIAMAH AKWAFO. Madam, you say, I'm a mumu anything. And no